Oh my goodness, that was barely in time. I forgot to go live on YouTube, but don't worry, I got you all hooked up. We're here, we're there, we're happening. It's all happening. Everything's good. Hey, I am wrapping up one little last detail because I want to make sure that I can have a nice presentable stream for you fine folks today. Thank you for your patience as I'm just locking in everything for you guys, because as you know, you are at the focus. You are at the forefront of all things community oriented. It's always a good time to be had. And when it's not, it's a feature, not a bug somehow. I don't know. Anyway, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the official Rockfish Games stream. I am your host, Eric Schrader, the community ambassador for Rockfish Games, and we're diving into the EVERSPACE 2 closed beta, much like we do every week, where we can discuss certain points of interest. We can discuss how the mechanics work and all those types of things, you know. So when you see something, you're like, well, how does that work, or what's going on here? We can discuss that, right? That's the big thing. You'll notice that there's no longer a little black spot over here. That's because I murdered it. I shoved it in the basement, in the walls. You will never see it again. Also, huge shout out for Will for helping me fix my green screen. All right. So, we are going to, we're just gonna dive in. I'm pretty sure I have all my setups correct here. Yeah, no, this should be fine. I'm pretty sure it's great. If something's wrong, then I'll just blame Will for that too. Okay, good. Everything's fine. So I want to give you guys a little heads up because we are giving away a couple of copies of the game. Yes, absolutely. We're giving away 4 copies. 4 copies of the game. What? Oh my gosh, yes. So we're doing that. So whenever you are just like curious about when that happens and stuff, Will in the chat is very specifically going to be on point regarding it. I'm going to do my best to be. Some days are better than others, okay? But know again that you guys are really the big deal for us, and making sure that we're getting you fun stuff to do and all of that. So I am working with a cheesed build of the game. So the missions are broken here. But I wanted to do this for a couple of reasons. One, I can really go anywhere and start doing anything for the first time in the game experience. If Michael is up for it, I might be able to show you a location in Rhodia that we've been hard at work on. So you're not technically going to see new spoilery bits, but for anyone who's missed those wild rides through our second sector, maybe we can venture there. Michael, maybe it's a possibility. But otherwise, we're going to be flying through Cedo answering your questions, and it should be a pretty good time. So first things first, I always like going down to the planets. So we're going to head in this direction to hit up the Nefty's Plains. Actually, you know what? You know what we're going to do? We're going to do the Unknown Signal first. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a taste for what's to come in this game experience. Yeah, here we go. So we got some sniper drones. Excellent. We're not using any weapons that are too crazy here. We have a nice mixture of them though. This is a particularly interesting bug that I actually enjoy. I swear it wasn't doing this when I tested right before the stream. Goodness gravy. I literally found a bug right at the start. Oh my gosh. But guys, don't you worry about the fact that we're shooting from the exact middle of the ship. Normally there are 2 weapon mounts on the ship that are very distinguished. Let's see what's going on here. Did our weapon mounts get accidentally moved somehow? It looks like they did. I'm gonna try something. Hey, I fixed it! We just had a cheat to fix the cheat. All right, beautiful. Here, we'll go back to those wings though. because I really do like these wings. Somebody just went, wait, what just happened? Okay, quick timeout. Let's recap, okay? So, there are 2 mounts on your ship. They're on the wings. They fire here, they fire here. Maybe they're closer, maybe they're further away. It depends on the ship that you are currently flying. Had a bug, they were in the very middle. Looked cool, yes. Not correct. I reset that. Glad that's out of the way. Now let's get to the actual game and what we can discuss. Do know that we do have a modular system regarding the ships, which is actually how I was able to like do this whole flashy thing and changing the wings. So the wings, the body, and the engines, yes, they can all be different parts to make up a different whole of the ship. So I have a bit of variety. This is just a tier 1 ship, by the way. So there's a lot of different ways that they can come together for your own personal style, your own personal appearance. And we are exploring how those different looks, those different styles actually impact gameplay from a minor perspective. Nothing that's like nothing too crazy, nothing too insane, right? It's just little things that are gonna add that extra notch in, you know, the territory of really loving using secondary weapons or really capitalizing on maneuverability. You know, stuff like that. That is how we are designing a lot of the different modifications of the modules for the ships as of right now. So you still get a strong taste of creativity, while also at the forefront is still the itemization. Because EVERSPACE 2 is an open world RPG, looter shooter. Lots of words. Lots of words there. So we're collecting items that we then better ourselves. We equip, we have new stats, new abilities that show up. For example, the shield grants us 67 repair, that's an attribute. We have something that's different at all, tractor beam range. All of these are statistical increases. I was hoping for one, here we go. This mine launcher gives a plus 20% increased damage if your ship is exposed to sunlight. You have these varying abilities, 20% chance to disable the target's shield for 2 seconds with each hit. I love how this is on a rocket launcher, actually. 30% increased damage against units with a higher level than your own. All these different modules, all these different powers can be found on a variety of weapons, both primary and secondary, as well as all of your different little components that make up your ship itself, your energy core, your shields, your plating, your sensors, your thrusters, your cargo unit. All of these things will have different modifiers on them that adjust and tweak how your playstyle will be. So yeah, you can randomly grab stuff and just boost yourself in general. That's not gonna be all great, that's gonna be all fantastic. But if you also wanna optimize in a very specific direction, you will have the opportunities to do so. Now, we haven't been able to show you directly what we're working on with crafting, but crafting is being utilized in one of those ways that helps make your stats more efficient, right? So you can build new items that you would otherwise haven't found yet because RNG hates you, you know, something like that. So you're not just screwed over after, you know, 5 hours of play and you found 20 pulse lasers. That would be impressive if you did that, though. That'd be remarkable. But you can take those components, you break them down, and you craft something else, or you get a new upgrade, or X, Y, and Z. Those are very important aspects of a looter shooter that we know need to happen, and so we are making them happen. The game is a little bit laggy. All right, noted. Let me see if I actually have a thing pulled up that needs to close. This happened to me last time. Oh, it looks like we're in the clear. If it is if it starts getting like really bad or something, guys, just shout it out and we'll fix it. Otherwise, we'll keep going here. Will crafting result in those random stats, or will it grant a static item? So there's still a lot more to explore regarding our crafting system. So it's possible both, but there's not a guarantee, right? We're still looking to see what's going to be the best way to utilize crafting in a nutshell. I do see some questions about mod support. Michael already beat me to it. Oh my gosh, look at that. So just to give that general but very important answer regarding mod sport. I'm going to read Michael's response. Michael is the CEO of Rockfish Games. Welcome him to the stream, by the way. Coming back every single week. What a champion. He says, modding is high on our wish list, but a very low priority. First, we need to deliver a rock-solid space looter shooter as promised. So we have to have a game in order for you to mod. That's basically what he just said. So that's good, good, good. Make sure to use Super Cruise a lot so I can listen to the music. God, I think that Giho, our in-house musician, has done a fine job with the sound design and the music. You know, obviously, there's still a lot more coming. And I'm not even sure if the beta has some little nuances and blips. It might, but we are getting a lot of those kinks out of the woodwork. And there's so many new tracks that you haven't been exposed to yet. Good stuff. Is there any plan to release on Xbox and PlayStation? We are definitely wanting to do some consoles for the future. So I think whenever we've got all of those elements locked in place, we'll let you know. But yeah, I think the official response is that it's coming shortly after release, because originally I thought it was at the 1.0 release for the PC version. I'm actually gonna wait for Michael's response on that one, because I remember he responded to it last time, and obviously he has the deets. But I know we are, like, we're developing in that territory for sure. Will distress beacons make a comeback, perhaps with more tiers like bigger ships? Oh, Genoxer, we are doing a lot of fun stuff pertaining to the various things that you can find out in space. You'll see a lot more of that type of material whenever we reach the early access point. For now, it's just a bunch of kind of random stuff really to fill the space, and sometimes that filling doesn't really feel very good. So know that it's definitely a point that we are working on to ensure that your travels feel better. Giving you more opportunities to capitalize on situations that are occurring. So if you want to do very specifically elements like you mentioned regarding distress beacons, you could focus those in, or you could focus in on like unknown signals, or you could focus in on this other thing or that other thing, stuff like that. So that way you're kind of weighing your options and your risk factor involved to get the best process through. Michael says EverSpace 2 is coming to Xbox and PlayStation in 2022. We plan to share more details about the console release around summer 2021. Thank you, Michael, for that point of clarity. Really do appreciate that. Very good stuff. Play demo, I'm pretty optimistic about EverSpace 2. Man, if you played the demo and you're optimistic, let me tell you what. The current beta that I'm flying right now, it's leaps and bounds above that demo that you played. I'm not even joking. And that even being said, like the beta's leaps and bounds, the early access that we're gonna be dropping next month, whew, that feels good to say. The territory we've covered in like the last 30 days has been actually obnoxious, okay? Like in game development, you should never be allowed to accomplish so many tasks, and yet we are. Like I'm saying that kind of in a silly way, obviously, but truly, I've been incredibly impressed with all of the fine individual rockfish. We are knocking things out of the park. There's a lot coming to you in early access release. We've hinted at a couple things, and I might even show one of those later in the stream. So it's been a really great run. It seriously has been. So it's good, it's very good. Okay, so let's see. We dropped over here. We wanted to pick up some jobs because jobs are always good to do. I do like the lost cargo missions because they tend to provide more variety in what the beta has to offer. We'll also see if we can do this item retrieval and a search and destroy, just to mix things up a bit. And if we don't get what we like, we will actually use the enemy caster, which was talked about in our Kickstarter drop today. Shoot, oh my goodness, timer. The timer, hang on a second. Hang on a second. There's gonna be a little timer that shows up here in just a moment. Where is it? Here it is. All right, so we actually need to start the timer because we are doing a giveaway. Right the heck now, yes! Yes, giveaway is live. How do you do the giveaway? Wait, hold on, slow down. How do you do the giveaway? What do I do? All you have to do is go to discord.gg/rockfishgames. That's it. If you're confused, you go into your Discord application, just search for Rockfish Games, all one word, you'll find it, click on that, go in there, then there's going to be a super secret channel that Chuzen has been optimizing, and there's going to be a little emoji that you have to click on. That's it. That's all you have to do. So go in there, go to the Discord, click on an emoji button. That's it. Also note that we do filter duplicated accounts. So if you're gonna try and do that, get wrecked. Awesome. All right. Let's keep going. Now we've pulled up some jobs. Let's go ahead and put those at the forefront. Let's see. We'll go ahead and do the search and destroy. We'll start with a little bit more damages, I think. We'll go from there. Are there any plans for ray tracing global illumination features? Yes. So it's not like full scale ray tracing. I'm speaking of ray tracing here, but I've seen the effects that we've been working in, and it's cool. There's some really cool stuff that we can do with new technologies, and I think that you'll be pleased with a lot of the new visuals that we're implementing over time. They're not all done yet, but yeah, it's been wildly successful in how we've been optimizing and recreating and establishing all of the beautiful elements of the game that you see. Now, I say that and I immediately start getting frame drops. How dare you, stream? But trust me, things are coming together quite well regarding performance and visual aesthetics, for sure. Global illumination. I feel like that's been a point that's been talked about. It's hard for me to remember all the specifics of those little elements because I don't do coding and I don't like have my head right inside of all of those specific details. I do a lot more on the quality assurance side of things and design consultation. So I can tell you all about gameplay features, right? That's where I thrive. That's what I can give you all the goods. Some of those back-end systems, I can only hope that we have individuals, some of my coworkers rather, in the stream who are able to provide you with more details pertaining to that. Oh my gosh, this is a nasty little site to be in, it seems. So let's push this guy into an asteroid. Start working him down from there. I feel much better. Bombers are trouble. Oh, he lined himself up nicely too. So I'm using a couple of devices, as you can see, and being able to push a unit around like this. It's called the magnetic repulsor. It's one of many various devices that you can augment your ship with in order to capitalize on specific situations. I'm a big fan of magnetic repulsor because 1, it looks clean, 2, it's fun, and 3, C1 and 2. I mean, it's delightful. It's delightful. So it's very good stuff. Also, Will, thanks for reminding me that I need to set my notifications to pause. Beautiful. Kinda stream, hey, welcome, glad you made it. How many soundtracks will be in the game? 1? Is this a trick question? Did I pass? If you're referring to how many tracks, that's a tricky question to answer. That's a really tricky question to answer. So we'll have to see what time allows and how much Giho implements. But I can only imagine it's going to be a fairly healthy amount. 10 seconds for the giveaway. Hype! Oh, I really wanted that guy to run into those asteroids. Here, let's use these rocket launchers that can actually just... All right, hang on a second. Who just won the giveaway? Who got it? I need to know. Was it Noxtra? Who was it? Explosion for giveawayer. With my really bad aim, apparently. Goodness gravy. There we go. Giant Leonard. Congratulations on winning a copy of the EVERSPACE 2 beta. Very awesome. Very cool. I am excited for you. That should be a lot of fun to keep you busy over the course of the holiday season so that you are primed and ready to go when early access drops in just a month. Oh my goodness, just a month. Very cool. So for any of you who are just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that. How many more giveaways will there be? 50, 100, a billion? Calm down there. We have 3 more giveaways to go, spread out through the course of the stream. So just hold on tight. Please ask questions about the content that you are seeing, because again, I would love to answer anything and everything that you guys have and wanting to know more. You know, like straight out of the gate, I feel like it's really important just to talk on a light level of what EVERSPACE 2 is and also what it isn't, okay? Some people tend to look at a game like this and say, oh, it's a spaceship, you're flying around in space, so inherently that means it's a space simulation. And the answer is no, that's incorrect. Yes, it is a spaceship that we are flying, and yes, we are in fact in space, but don't let that fool you. This is more akin to a first-person shooter with looting and shooting mechanics. What? Yes, you heard that correctly. It's much more akin to a first-person shooter than it is a space simulation. Yes, we certainly do have aspects of a space simulation. We certainly have, you know, a fair bit of space trekking, as you can see, as I'm quite the hoarder, apparently. I mean, we have a fair bit of trade lanes that you can come across and mining, and, you know, a lot of these little nuances and delicacies that you would normally only find, for example, in a space sim. But at its core, do not be fooled. This game puts the emphasis on combat. But it has space in its name. Oh my gosh, what have we done? You're right. Back to the drawing board, guys. We got to restart the whole game. What have we done? Are you going to increase flashlight level? Is it sometimes too dark for me in EVERSPACE 1? Yeah, EVERSPACE 1 is not going to be addressed in any degree or capacity at this point in time. I say that like that because it's not a focal point, right? Like we are very happy with the results of EVERSPACE 1. So if you are having issues with EVERSPACE 1, you kind of just have to work around it. Hopefully the issues aren't too crazy. In fact, I don't feel that the flashlight is too much of a hindrance in EVERSPACE 1. Personally, if you are really struggling with it, I guess the answer is brighten your monitor. Gosh, that sounds like such a dick response. Like I'm obviously not trying to be rude to you. But just note that the focal point within Rockfish Games right now is everything EVERSPACE 2 related. Unless you find something that is like truly game breaking, you'll need to let us know about that. But we don't think that the light source is too bad at all. Graphics are unbelievable. They're still improving. If you like what you see here, I bet you can't wait for what's next. Woo! Oh, gosh dang it. I got too close to him. That took a lot of damage. That was a detonator drone. And as you can see from my health, we are now in pain. I think we're gonna be all right. So I have some pretty good tools. Yeah, come here. There we go. We actually have a perk Actually, I'm glad that this happened. Yes, okay. So we have a perk, which is not selected, but it should be selected. How did we heal there? Now I'm curious. We had something that granted us life. Ah, yes, here we are. The beam laser. 10% chance to regenerate 20% of whole hit points with each kill. So nice. We were using the beam laser there. We ended up getting a nice, healthy amount of whole points back from our engagement. Very good. Otherwise, what I just did here from perks are elements that you gain as you level up. There's a progression system. We're maxed out at level 10 right now in the beta. We are actually raising that cap. I showed you a sliver of that in our previous stream. So yeah, you'll be going higher. You'll get new perks and stuff like that, and going further into the game itself. That should be fairly obvious. But yes, we right now I'm choosing air to the hole. Why did I do that every time? Air to the hole. Killing an enemy has a 15% chance to repair you for 30% of maximum hull. So this is just added lifesteal on top of the lifesteal that I currently have, okay? Or regeneration. It's not life, it's repairs. Whatever. Terminology aside, it makes me live longer by restoring my whole points. Let's see what's in this container. Ooh, a sticky turret. We'll destroy some of these bad guys over here, and then we'll go complete another job or two. And let's also answer some more questions. Ramming detonator drones. Yeah, right? Yikes. Let's see. Is there going to be DLCs for Everspace 2 at the same way that it was for Everspace 1? I mean, we hope so. We're not working on them, so it's hard to say. But, I mean, yeah, I think that if Everspace 2 does well enough, then we would like to extend our development time and invest more into it and create content according to a price tag we slap on there, right? So yeah, I mean, I think that'd be really nice. And just like in Everspace 1, where we created DLC that was a massive addition, I mean, I think that we have that same sort of motion forward. Like if we really find new elements to add based on community feedback or things that we just simply didn't have time to do to hit our scheduling, yeah, I think that there's a very good chance that that could come back. How much content do you plan to add during early access? That is oh my goodness. So check this out. Timeline. We have early access drop in January, right? From early access, the game will transition into the full release. Let me say that one more time. From early access, the game will transition into the full release. So what that means is that when you see the early access drop this January, it will be that version of the game constantly updated in very many capacities, whether they be hot fixes or massive unique updates, through the course of a year and change to when we are ready to release the product. How much will early access cost? I mean, we're getting closer, and it's still hard to say because there's so much content that we've been building into it. We want to make sure that the price point is fair according to the content experience that will be, because when you buy into the early access, you are getting eventually the fully completed product, right? It's just that you gain the opportunity to invest your time and your suggestions into the experience by diving into the early access, right? So, I mean, I'm going to use, I think looking at Everspace 1 as just kind of a reference point isn't such a bad thing. I mean, Everspace 1 is $30, right, at launch. And Everspace 2 is, I mean, it's a much greater experience than that. Like, the content that we've poured into Everspace 2, even at this current time, already supersedes Everspace 1. So, I mean, I would imagine that it would be somewhere around that point. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I could throw you any number right now, and it doesn't mean anything because it's not set in stone. So we'll have a price point for you in January when early access drops. And I haven't been finding any resources lately. This is kind of curious. We're really hoping we get some, maybe iron. Iron is always hard to find. Seems like the game is not in our favor. Where is he pulling these questions? Is he streaming somewhere other than YouTube right now? Yes. I am trying to answer questions from both sides. Sometimes it can get a little one-sided whenever there's a lot of chatters. We do have a lot of chatters over on Twitch. So YouTube, what I need you to do is take over. I need your questions. I need you to barrage me. What do you want to know? Killerverse says, super important question. How are you doing today? I am lovely, my sir. Oh my goodness, I am just delightful to be here talking about EVERSPACE stuff. Like, I live and breathe this, man. This is my jam. Thank you for asking. Is there giveaways? Is that the giveaways are on Discord? Yes, absolutely. Can you once show your game desktop in the Discord? I don't see why I couldn't. I'm curious why you would like that. And now more from Twitch. Oh my gosh, Twitch is like, oh, they're gonna boost, then we are too. Can I have a job? No. Thank you for asking. It seems like there are a lot of ships to use than in EVERSPACE 1. How many are there so far? Actually, so that's a good talking point. Let's talk about ships just for a brief second, then we're gonna blow these guys out of the sky. So, EVERSPACE 1, you had a selection of 4 ships. You had 3 ships, then the DLC added a 4th ship. Whew, there we go. And the DLC didn't just add a ship, by the way. That is such an understatement for what adds in through the DLC. Anyway, the point is, that's your starting point in EVERSPACE 1. You don't have many loadout options, you don't have very much gear to choose from, and in a roguelike formula, you're building yourself up. So that ship does get better, but it is the same ship. Here in EVERSPACE 2, what we've done is we've taken the base level formula, the essence, if you will, of those very same ships that you have access to in EVERSPACE 1, and we have plugged that in to the foundations that we build on top of in EVERSPACE 2. That was a lot of words. What did that mean? I am so glad you asked. It means that our modular-based system, our modular-based approach, of course I do this in the darkest pot ever. What that means is, like, this is just one subclass of one class, and it has this style of variety of your ship's look. In the dark, this looks, hang on a second. Goodness gravy, let me just, let's do this again. So just having like one bit, here, let me do this. This really gives you a sense of the variety of one subclass in the game. This is the Interceptor, but obviously it's not the same one that you would experience in EVERSPACE 1, okay? This is every single ship you see on the screen, this is the Interceptor. There's a lot of variety to just the Interceptor. Ooh, I like this look. I'm gonna fly this one. So in addition to that, we also have the Sentinel coming back. It's another medium ship. We have the Gunship coming back. Ooh, oh yes, that's a delight. We haven't really seen too much of it. We have the Scout coming back. We know that for sure. So each one of these has its own distinct looks and appeals. And then in addition to that, let's keep talking about this because this is important. You also have unique ultimates that are applicable to that specific subclass, as well as specials and passives that are randomly pulled from a pool of that specific class. What in the world? Yes, okay, so these ship characteristics right here, like you can have modifiers that even make 2 interceptors that may even have like the exact same stats across the board. You'd then have a special and a passive that then completely change their core functionality. I say completely, but obviously in subtle ways, but it could be in those subtle ways that make the difference between you choosing to go into combat with a shield focus versus you going into combat with a huge emphasis on using mines, right? Like there can be a lot of different modifiers that change even just one type of subclass ship. And then there's more ships. So hopefully that was a really long-winded response there, but it's because there's a lot to just the core foundation of ships that are coming into play with EVERSPACE 2. There's a lot. As it stands right now, the schedule, I believe, has 3 subclasses of light fighters, 3 subclasses of medium fighters, and 3 subclasses of heavy fighters. Now, I did not do so well in the maths, but 9 is a number for starting points. Starting points. How many ships can we store in EVERSPACE 2? Good question. I do think that we want to make it something where you can only store a specific number, and that number might be 9. It might be 9. But that's still a point of discussion. I mean, shoot, we were having conversations today about the storage of the home base. This is dangerous. We're okay. So there's a lot of room to adjust. I mean, I say this every single stream like 3 or 4 times, but it's important to keep mentioning. This is a work in progress, right? Like, we're not, what you see on the screen is not done. Like, this is not going to be the way that this interceptor looks in the fully completed game. There's going to be more nuances and subtleties that are added to it. So it just keeps going and going and going. It's a deep rabbit hole. Which is probably why I talk at length so much. Because there's so much. There's literally so much. Will there be dynamic events like a larger ship popping up on you out of nowhere, etc.? So we do have some elements of dynamic events appearing in Superlight. Regarding like missions that can spawn out of nowhere, we do have the functionality of the Ancient Rifts, which is an end-game system that appears for you to dip your hands in and get completely randomized runs, effectively like EVERSPACE 1ing the EVERSPACE 2 experience, which will provide a lot of different dynamic events, if you will, through going through that. Now, regarding just like random things happening, we do have a 20 to 30 hour campaign that will keep you on track, keep you on your toes for progressing your character's story arc, to understand the lore better, stuff like that. But then beyond that, I mean, obviously, as I scroll out here, you can see you can branch away from that story arc at any given point in time to explore your found locations. And at those locations, you'll find a bunch of light side missions. You'll find plenty of jobs to do. You'll find explorative opportunities to really sink your teeth into all across the demilitarized zone. So hopefully that gives you a pretty solid response there. It's hard to say, it's hard to call them dynamic events, because we obviously have a lot of events that are straight up lined up. They're handcrafted, right? Though we still do utilize some elements of randomization for the challenges that you are beset with, much like the jobs that I decided to tackle. Also, we're gonna go ahead and destroy some stuff. Or actually, you know what? Let's not take the time. We need to find the lost container. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna move into the next thing. I like this space we're in because you can actually see the shattered planetoid over there. It looks kind of cool from afar. So we are looking for a beacon. Sometimes I like to disable everything and see if I can see the little yellow indicator. This one's really well hidden, it seems. Where is it? But this job in particular is one of many, just the Lost Cargo mission, that sets you on a very standardized sort of explore this area and find the goods. Doesn't overcomplicate things. Surely it's not in this container. Okay, no, it's not. We need to, let's take out this blaster as well. And sometimes these Lost Cargo missions are incredibly obvious, and sometimes they're really challenging like this. And you can kind of decide if you want to keep looking around and try and find the goods, or if you want to say, screw it, I want to put more emphasis on other things because the stream is more important and so are your questions, and go ahead and dip out. How long does handcrafting take? A long time. Goodness, is it a long time. Which one is this? This is one we're just not okay. So just to describe a little bit more about handcrafting, we have about 10 locations per area that are pretty large handcrafted locations for you to dive into and explore and be rewarded for that exploration, that commitment to the location. So it's not just randomly and procedurally generated, it's granting you a lot of value based on the time that you commit to that space. Not so much like you're gonna get something random each time, but more like if you do this specific thing, then you will be rewarded. If you find this particular secret, then you will unlock a thing, you know, stuff like that, which is important. And we recognize that. So it takes a long time. On the one hand, you look at EVERSPACE 1 and we created basically these segments of a whole, right? And so when a space generates in, it's like it pulls one of 12 different things that can generate in there. And so it creates an endless cycle of locations that you can explore, yes, but they're all components mashed together. So there's a familiarity to it while it's still random, right? But when you're looking at that distinction in a handcrafted space, everything changes. Yeah, you have levels that you can memorize, sure. I mean, I think this is a very common thing that occurs in a lot of different games, in fact, most of them. But I still think that there's a very strong element to the exploring equals profit mechanic, as Mephisto Lord says. And we know it's important. Will the faction roster be expanded? Yes. A lot. But I can't explain how much more. But I mean, even as a base level of understanding the lore in EVERSPACE 2, when we're talking about the faction system, which I'll poke into this really quick. You know, we have our reputation here. We have 3 GMB. We have GMB mining, GMB trading, GMB defense. So any well-versed EVERSPACer is gonna know that there's GMB, outlaws, and Okar, as well as colonials that exist within the game world. You can also tack on ancients in there if you want to feel really cheeky, and also diversify outlaws to the coalition as well. So you have six technical different factions in EVERSPACE 1. We could even branch that out a little bit further if we really wanted to get creative, okay? So that's 6 base factions in EVERSPACE 1, okay? Now we're looking at this reputation screen in EVERSPACE 2, and we see 3 sub-factions in the GMB faction. I'm happy to have answered your question without saying another word. We will see the side characters from encounters in EVERSPACE 2. I'm sure we'll see some familiar faces. I'm confident we will see some familiar faces. In fact, we have revealed that Tareen, the Okar, he's actually coming back. He's gonna help us out. So that's gonna be nice. I'm sure we'll see more. Please give key. Okay, I guarantee you I will make sure a key is distributed, which starts in 2 minutes. Okay, so I need to activate the signal. Good. This is a, actually, I'm not sure if I've done this last cargo yet. Ooh, this is exciting. All right, so we have to activate this signal. And now we can follow the signal. Look at that. Yay, it's a signal. Where's it going? Oh, I think I found it. So let's take this back, plop it in, and then find the containers inside of this asteroid. The counter hasn't started yet. It starts in a minute. Can you tell us a space joke? It's already taking me too long. I don't feel creative today, okay? I'm trying to like do this mission and engage with questions. There's too much pressure. Not enough room for a space joke? Wait a second. I see what you did there. Okay, so I have to start the timer. It's time to start the timer. There's a giveaway starting right the heck now. You have 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes. Discord, giveaways, click on an emoji. That's it. That is all you have to do. Super duper. All right, look at all these sealed containers that we can't hold. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. We're just gonna get rid of all of this type of stuff. Normally, whenever you destroy things in your inventory, this would create a very powerful crafting moment for you. Specifically, what it would do is it would give you crafting resources that you could then reinvest into a new product. All right, now that we've taken care of this, now it's time to go back to Nephthys Plains and turn in our missions. That's a cute little asteroid. I liked that. Let me win so I can play the game for 12 hours without stopping. Depending on the amount of sleep you have prior, I'm not sure I can encourage that type of behavior. But I'm excited that you're excited. The jump gate music again? Oh yeah, everyone's digging that a lot. Yeah, I mean, I've said it already, but like we're really happy with the results of like the sounds and whatnot that are going through. Also, hang on a second. I seem to have knocked out my my controls for the stream. 1 second. Just gonna reset this really quick. Everything's fine. Everything's perfectly okay. All right. Sometimes you just have to tell your computer to knock it off. All right, there we go. So we're gonna drop off these jobs right here, complete them, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the reputation system so that you guys know what's to be expected from that and what that can develop into, what you can look forward to, all right? Still no furry dice, nope, no furry dice. So in the data tab, we see we have different standing with these different sub-factions of G&B. Now we just did some trading missions, we just did some G&B defense missions, and what that means is that we've increased our standing with that particular sub-faction. What that means is it's opened up new opportunities as well as a slew of rewards earned for that standing. These standings can change based on your interactions with them. Obviously, if you shoot G&B defense, they're probably going to go down in your standing with them. Just a hunch. But otherwise, you have these rewards. Right now, they're straight up like, they're just straight up like goods rewards. That's it. But these could also be like a passive unlock. So like maybe with G&D defense, you unlock in a similar way, like with EVERSPACE 1, you upgraded a perk, right? And when you got to a maximum level, the G&B could constantly come into your aid if you got under attack by outlaws, because you're in G&B territory. Screw it. They not only do they want to help you out, but they also want to help themselves. So they see that you're under attack by outlaw, let's go clear them out. They jump in, they help you. It's a win-win situation. They leave, you keep moving on. So in EVERSPACE 2, perhaps one of the new rewards as you build up with G&B defense is exactly that. Now you've got an ally in G&B defense that if you're in a specific region or area, he'll be delighted to jump in to assist you, you know, something like that. So keep in mind that there's a lot more that can come of this than just the standard give me items rewards. That was just an example. I'm not trying to like give you a look into something that is going to happen. It may happen. But just know, have that on your minds. Okay, so I noticed that when we were in this shop, we have this green marker on iron. What does that mean? That means we have marked a particular perk that requires iron in order to upgrade. So we are exactly doing that. So we're gonna head over to the perks and we're gonna find, oh, we have a couple that require iron. We're gonna go ahead and do repairs, add more iron in here. We're also gonna add our credits to complete this. Looks like we're also looking for super gel and of course more iron. But once we reach that tier, we can upgrade this respective perk with Dax, and we will only have to pay 70% for equipment repairs. Who has won the giveaway? The second giveaway, the winner is FBin number 6853, which I'm assuming is only on the Discord. So congratulations to FBin 6853. Very good stuff, very good stuff. We are distributing 2 more keys through the course of this stream, and I might just be showing you something a little bit fun near the end as well. So do stick around. I promise you, it's gonna be fun. You all are very kind in saying congratulations, because I know you're all like dying inside. Congratulations! Oh, good job! Hope you enjoy your copy! I can feel the tension, it's palpable. Oh my gosh. Do you plan on adding multiplayer? No, it is a single player experience. Multiplayer would be a massive undertaking in its own right, especially with the contributions that we've made to the in-game system as a whole. In fact, the best way to describe it is that if we wanted to do multiplayer, it's like we're basically building another game on top of the game, and we just want to make the game first. So that's what our focus is. It is a single player experience. Okay, so let's, I didn't take any more jobs, but let's go ahead and search around. Let's do some side missions and stuff. Let's see. Let's go over here. Why not? I say side mission, and this is just casual exploration. So, as I mentioned before, there's about like 10 of these major handcrafted locations in each sector, right? Well, there's also a slew of smaller locations, much like the one that we're going to right now, that have a location reward bound to it. So if you take the time to go to all of these smaller locations, you will 100% find a treasure. Guaranteed. The local event here is to find the hidden stash. I don't mind waiting for the game to release. I'm gonna play the game either way. Hey, that's awesome. I'm really excited about that mindset. It's a very mature one to have. Ooh, an explosive charge. I have a feeling we're gonna need that. So these smaller locations are still handcrafted, and they're still designed in a way that you need to think through the puzzle. So with this one, that we actually chose at random, I think this is actually a really good one to talk about, to showcase. Because it will reward, oh man, that guy just straight up exploded. I love it. Because there's little challenges in their own right that you have to put together in order to complete the tasks. So here, while the local event just says find the hidden stash, I mean, how, where, what do we have to do? And those are the things that we have to piece together to accomplish. So this explosive charge, we're gonna go ahead and pick this bad boy up by moving this. Yeah, you can throw debris around, it's fun. If you haven't seen this is like one of my favorite new features. Like we'll just wait for a second. Because it's all proper working physics. It's really going the distance, but yeah, I mean, it all works. Use it as a partial shield if you wanted to. Oh man, look at that. Are we holding another ship, basically? Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is great. Just let this bounce around right here. And now we can grab this explosive charge without anything else in our way. Man, I wish I would have used those in combat, because they're a lot of fun to destroy, folks. When you just pick up a part and you're just like, get wrecked. Get wrecked by wreck. The most satisfying thing ever. We've explored some options of throwing enemies, because I think it would be really cool to see an upgrade to the grapple system where you can grab drones. Since they're lighter framed, they're more agile. Maybe instead of having to combat them, you just straight up grapple and just be like GTFO. We're still exploring those options as well, so we'll see. But yes, options are being explored. So we're gonna keep looking around for these additional broken pieces. There's another one. Whoopsies! Don't worry, I'm not that bad at flying. I faked my piloting license, okay? Let's see. Now we just have to find the last little bit. Probably in one of these debris fields is my guess. Maybe. Maybe not. For the exploration of the game, there's not, since this is more akin to a first-person shooter and not a space sim, this is actually where we have, a very definitive line that establishes itself as more open-world looter-shooter RPG, okay? Because in a space sim, I imagine that what a lot of people would do is that they'd jump into here and they'd be like, okay, I need to discover the location of whatever's going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna craft my little item ping generator, scans the area. You wait like a minute for the scan to accomplish, right? So then the scan's done, it's giving you a thorough loadout. It's like, your target is over here. You follow the indicator, you click on a button and it's like, congratulations, you did it. Instead, the way that the elements of exploration work in EVERSPACE 2, more in line with that first-person shooter, is that you actually have to look around the area for the goods. You have to explore what is present. You don't just get this be-all, end-all scanning device that does the trick for you. Now that said, you can upgrade your sensors so that your general finding radius is increased, right? Much like you'd see in something like a Diablo or a Torchlight or a Path of Exile, right? Where you increase the range at which things are identified. But you still have to do the cold, hard work yourself. You gotta use your eyes, not just your instruments. Speaking of which, the instruments do look pretty neat though. I'm pretty happy with the results of how things are coming along in the cockpit. I really can't find this last one though. My eyes are failing me. Wait, is it right? Whoops, nope, it's not right here. Oh, of course it's gonna be over here, surrounded by mines. Silly me. We'll disable some of those so we can fly in. Now the question is, flying out. Oh, I think we're okay. Perfect. All right, so we've got all 4 of these active elements plugged in. Now we can set the charges. There we are. So now we can get into this whoops-a-doozy, get into this container and find our reward. Pollux energy drinks? That's hype. Speed word? Oh my goodness. Some nanobots? Normally this would be awesome, but I've been a complete pack rat during the stream. But we completed the local event. All of that was just this local event. And remember, we've got a lot of small locations dotted around each location that has a local event reward for you to spend your time, do the exploration, complete the puzzle, and bring it all together. There's a lot here. There's a lot here. Let's answer some more questions. This game feeling more developed than AAA games in beta? Thank you for that compliment. I mean, we do have a pretty well-versed and experienced team behind us. I mean, even Michael, the CEO, he's been in the industry for, oh my gosh, Michael, it's been 25 years now? Over 25? So he knows a thing or two. You could say that he is smart. So we know how to bring things together. So thank you for that. We are definitely making sure that the visuals accompany the experience, that drive us forward. Like, we love space games looking good. I mean, obviously, but that's how we roll. And we did come over from a mobile industry, and in that point, we really had to make sure that the mobile game worked incredibly well from a crappy processor, right? How do you do that without knowing a couple tricks to cut corners and optimize, right? So we took that knowledge, we brought it over to the PC and console market, and now we can just go freaking ham because we have actual processors to work with. I mean, it's true. Like, I'm not lying, okay? It's just the way it be. So and obviously we have a massive appreciation for those really great looking mobile games, for sure. Because it takes some work to make that work, truly. If EVERSPACE 2 sells well, will you consider making EVERSPACE 3 multiplayer? I'm sure it's a consideration, sure, yeah. I mean, that's a long ways out though. I mean, our entire time and energy is invested in EVERSPACE 2 right now, so, I mean, I could say yes, absolutely, but it doesn't really mean anything. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of weight behind it. I would love to be making EVERSPACE 3 multiplayer personally. I think that would be incredible, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. I'm gonna fly around in the cockpit for a little bit because I need more practice. Somebody out there's like, heck yeah, you do. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and sell some of this stuff. Also, we could cycle out our weapons for some other things. We'll actually change out our pulse laser for a blaster, the auto cannon for the coil gun. Let's see, beam laser for the rail gun. That'll be a nice changeover for sure. And let's go ahead and just start selling some other things because, you know, we're probably not gonna utilize them. If I'm being honest, just dump them. For the streaming purposes, like if I was like hardcore playing this game, that would not have just happened. That's like savage. You don't do that. I would have stored like my ores and commodities nicely tucked in the corner of my home base. I would have gone through every single item, evaluating my choices. I really enjoy this upgrade there. I really enjoy that upgrade there. Which one's better suited for my tastes? I would be very careful. But for the stream, no, trash it. We need more room. Okay. Let's fly into a cave. I was like going over to this one because somehow a lot of people still miss it. It's a very obvious cave. You got this tube right here. Whoop! What's that? A battery? Maybe we need that for something. Whoops! Maybe we need to drive a little bit more carefully. Excellent. Actually, this right here points out something that has been a discussion point in game. So if any of you are like, oh my gosh, that obscures the view of the player, that sucks. This is a terrible first person mode if you can't even see. You're right. We're actually fixing this. All right, so we put that right in there and we've unlocked this to give us a booster. Neat. Just a nice little reward for flying down into this tunnel. And I mean, it's a pretty big tunnel here, right? There's lots of things. Here, let me hide get more of appreciation factor. They dug a hole into this cavern. It's quite a lot just in this little space. And of course, we can mine away at all this Vardum crystal because there's a lot of it down here. So if you are looking for Vardum crystal, I have shown you the secrets. Now let's try not to get torn asunder and fly out of here. Okay. Feels good. And just for kicks and giggles, like you can see what we just flew out of. Like this is a very massive structure. Very massive structure. There's a mining depot. on Nefty's plains. You can even see another one over there. Very massive structure. There's our little baby ship. Oh, there we are. Oh, wee lad. Wonderful. All right, let's answer some questions. Is that a refrigerator an Xbox Series S? This is for Rockfish. Guys, I think we're going to need to rethink our strategy. I think they're on to us. All right. Oh, Michael is responding to a question pertaining to the mobile market. I'm really glad that you discussed this, specifically because I started talking about our previous work in mobile. So thank you for that. Very important clarification. Michael says, to elaborate further, making EverSpace 1 available for our fans on mobile devices too, without having to go back to mobile game dev and publishing, which is dead for premium games, was a major decision driver for partnering with Google Stadia. Neat. Neat. Okay, so MSS0406, 2 questions. Glyphs, subroutines, yes, no, and individual module damage. Individual module damage, yes. Glyphs, subroutines, you are dipping into territory that has not been discussed. I don't know what this accent is, but it's terrible. So we'll have to talk more about enhancements in the future. Is there HOTAS support? Oh, baby. Yes. In fact, we talk about HOTAS support in our most recent Kickstarter update. I implore you to seek that out, have a go, because we have a list of specific HOTAS devices that we have full support for. It's all listed in there. I don't know them off the top of my head. I know that Andy's been doing some insane work regarding some HOTAS, so big shout out to Andy Andreas. He's one of the developers at Rockfish. So yeah, we're yes is the answer. YouTube, don't worry, I'm going to answer your questions in just a moment too. Greatly appreciate how upfront that the team is about how viability and budget play into decisions like VR support and the Stadia partnership. Yeah, no, I mean, we understand that, like, it could be really frustrating to get an answer you don't like, right? And we don't want to just be like, you know, will there be VR support? No. Is it satisfying the question? Yes. Does it feel good? We want to make sure you understand why we move in the directions we do. So for us, it's a necessity to communicate clearly. I don't know why this isn't a standard in the industry. Blows my mind. Anyway, sorry. Soapbox. Let me push that away. Apologies. Anyway. Yeah, we want to make sure that things are as clear as possible. For sure. All right, let's go ahead and weapon damage increases by 20% when standing still. That's kind of fun. That could be a lot of fun for like a sniping build. But we're gonna go ahead and sell that. Speaking of sniping build, I did change my weapons around. This is the railgun. It's a long-ranged sniping weapon. Who'd have thought? Just describing that. We also have this coil gun, one of my personal favorites, which is the same color as the railgun. Color can be random on weapons. I'm actually really impressed those are the exact same. And then I also have this blaster, which is very similar to the pulse plasma blaster. Shoot, I forgot the name in EverSpace 1. It's like that weapon. You know what I'm talking about. And if you've never played EverSpace 1, it's a blaster. There you go. Beautiful. Okay. Ultra Red support. Yes. It's getting there. I should actually say. It's got some kinks, but it'll work. Fusion blaster. Oh my gosh. I love it when community persons can correct me on the details of the game. You guys are the champions, and I appreciate it. All right, YouTube, let's answer some of your questions. Going backwards, are there any unique weapons like those in EverSpace 1? We are not there yet to discuss Death Rex, but I can guarantee you there will be. Guarantee you there will be. Look at all these people. Oh my gosh, so many people like Fusion Blaster, you complete moron. How could you forget something like that? An incredible weapon. Thank you for your contributions. I really appreciate that. I really don't know how that escaped my mind, really. Crazy. It's the simple things. Let's see. Question on a cockpit detail. Is the emblem between the speedometer and the alt gauge meant to represent the Sentinel with the Sentinel text above it? So yes, that little indicator is copy pasted over to all of the cockpits currently, so it doesn't matter what you're flying, it all says Sentinel. That, don't worry, we've noticed it. It will be adjusted, guaranteed. But yes, it will indicate what type of ship that you're flying as kind of like a little, you know, nod to that vessel. Got any charge beam guns, like something compared to the Void Ray from StarCraft? Ooh, Zone Gaming. I really love that concept. That's all I can say pertaining to that style of weapon in EVERSPACE 2, because we haven't gotten to all the crazy concepts and modifiers. But what I will say is that there absolutely is a beam laser, and many different modifiers can be attributed to it to modify and adjust how it functions as a whole. That is what I will say. We have a giveaway starting in approximately 4 minutes. Big thanks to Shuzan for coordinating the giveaway features for you guys so that you can get all that sick, sweet, delicious EVERSPACE 2 action into your hands. So thank you, Shu, for doing that. Very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. All right, let's see. Where do we want to fly around next? Actually, let's go over to Palemon's Wound. It's always a delight looking at this site. It just feels right. What is your favorite character in EVERSPACE 1? Ooh. You know, I really do love how quirky Alec is. But my boy Maurice, man, he's such a delight too. But ultimately, man, that's such a good question. I'm also a big fan of the cheekiness from the Hive. That's good. How deep is the lore? Whew. I don't want to turn this into a lore stream because we'll be here for like several more hours. But let me just say, yes. Turian's a jerk. It's not that he's a jerk, it's that the Okar aren't as, how you say, elegant as humans? Don't hold it against him. He just wants a hug. High five for Hive. I dig it. Emphasizes the car dashboard. Yeah, no, we're happy with the results of the interior space. So fun fact, the designer of a lot of the UI actually stems from the car industry and doing like that type of graphical detail work inside of vehicles. I don't know the specific terms of like to provide his actual like credentials there, but turns out it's really great for video games. We're really happy with how the UI has been coming together, and we hope that you think so too. And if you don't, tell us why so we can fix it. Let's take out this madcap without actually fighting him. Beautiful. Kaboom. Yes. Oh, we missed? It's fine. Problem solved. So this site is known as Palemon's Wound, a planet that was blasted apart through the Okar colonial conflict. Crazy. Some of the things that occurred. I can't shoot missiles out of the sky, apparently. Here we go. Woo! I can dodge them though. We'll stick to dodging. Beautiful. Oh, giveaway! Giveaway's live! Giveaway's live! Guys, giveaway! It's live! Thanks, Shu, for posting that in. Giveaway. Okay, so what? Giveaway? What? What's it for? It's for this game, the beta. You can get in there. Sorry, headphone users. All you have to do is go to discord.gg/rockfishgames and then click on an emoji. That's it. That's all you gotta do. You do have to find the channel. It's a giveaway channel specifically. You go in there, you click on the little button. It's super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh my goodness, do it. Do it. Beautiful. More drones, no problem. I love the scenery here. The lighting feels really good. You can also see the effect it has inside of the cockpit as well. Really comes together pretty well, I think. We're happy with the results thus far. Thus far. We're getting there. All right, more questions. Was that a bit of lore? Oh yeah, I actually started talking a little bit of lore, talking about the destruction of this planet. Yeah, about Palamon's wound. Click on an emoji, yes. The little reactions. Yeah, you go into Discord. You go to discord.gg/rockfishgames. Then you go to the giveaway channel, and there's gonna be a big box thing that says giveaway for EVERSPACE 2 beta, something like that, and there's a little button underneath it that's like a... What's the button look like, Will? I don't even know. What's it look like? And you click on it. That's it. That's all you have to do. And it sets you up for success. Puts you into the poll. Now, we do delete repeat accounts. So if you are trying to double up and stuff, we're gonna get you. Sorry. Party Popper, thank you. Yes, I did actually reference Ryan George. Good catch. I sometimes prefer to fly in cockpit because Elite Dangerous player. Hey, that's great. We are happy that you like the cockpit. We're happy with how it's coming along. Because it's getting better. It's not done yet. Plus, this is just one. This is, oh man, we're getting into more customization. Guys, there's so much to talk about with customization. We are in the medium ship class, and this is one cockpit type. Oh my goodness. I actually don't know if that's territory I can get into. I maybe said too much. Michael, I'm sorry if I did. But there's more internally as well than just externally. Oh my gosh. We're gonna talk a lot more about customization and the things that you can do with it. Maybe even a little bit later in the stream. I might tease it for you just a little bit. Oh, because I know that you want to know more. I want to tell you more, obviously. I can feel Michael shaking his fist as he's watching this stream. I love you guys too much. It's ridiculous. All right, I actually forgot where this power core goes. It goes somewhere else. But anyway, we blasted all the defensive structures of this base, so now it's just kind of like sitting here. It's like, please don't hurt us. And I'm just gonna be like, ha 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 ha, fuel down. I'm not gonna be a super jerk though. But each one of these like larger locations, this site in particular, the game is completed in the state that I'm flying around. So by me going here, normally you would trigger an event and there would be a lot of stuff to do. I've kind of broken those triggers, if you will. I've completed them, which is why there's not anything like super exciting going on. So let me try and go to a site where maybe there is a little bit more excitement. Rockfish Games hiring a new community ambassador, whoop! How more mini giveaways? Well, when this one's done, about 16 seconds, we'll do one more. All right. Let's see. Any command or anything for the giveaway or just be in chat, you need to go to the Discord, discord.gg. Man, this is the worst timing ever. I'm so sorry. You have to go to the Discord, discord.gg/rockfishgames. There is a winner as of right now for this one. And then you go to a channel and you click on an emoji. Michael. Now, honestly, we haven't really, we can't dive into more of the customization yet. I've been alluding to the cockpit customization for a while now, so you guys know it's coming. But also know that it's not a talking point yet, of course. So, holy cow. So, who's the winner? Starbuck. Starbuck is the winner. Congratulations, Starbuck. And I hope that you have lots of fun on EVERSPACE 2 closed beta. Keep you busy before the early access drops in January. That's great. Talks about cockpit customization. 2 minutes later, 20 missed calls. You know what's funny is I have a lot of missed messages from Discord, but that's fine. I'm sure it's totally fine. Imagine a bullet hell type boss in this game. I can imagine it. That would be savage. Okay, so we do have one more giveaway for EVERSPACE 2. Closed beta. Which everything that I have been doing in this game, minus these, cheeky commands that I have, everything that you've seen, you can do. You can experience in EVERSPACE 2 right now in the closed beta. Right now. That's pretty neat. Don't know if I've picked up the device at this location yet. Let's see. So devices, looks like I have. Devices can be found at specific locations if you spend time exploring and delving into the secrets of the handcrafted locations that we've provided you. And a lot of devices, let me just go in here so I can kind of capitalize on what these are. Devices are very similar in their use pertaining to EVERSPACE 1 to EVERSPACE 2 with one very important change, and that device is no longer used from your energy pool. Instead, they are specifically countdown oriented, that's it. So instead of it soaking, like say you have 100 energy and you need 50 of it for attacking and 25 for boosting and the 25 for your device, you shoot, you boost, you use your device and you're empty, right? It's hard to balance, but there's a reason for that nature of that energy management in a roguelike formula for EVERSPACE 1. Now with EVERSPACE 2, we're separating these things out a little bit for you so that the management factor is much more digestible and also presents more directions for us to move in from a development standpoint. So each of the devices are passives that are active. Active passives? Let me correct that. They are timed, they are limited use equipment that honors a certain period for an effect. For example, magnetic repulsor, instant effect, pushes an enemy away. You can use it 3 times in quick succession, then it has to regenerate its use. Doesn't use energy, it's completely independent. Then you have something like the EMP generator. Also, instant use, affects enemies for a duration. Then you have something like Energize Boost. It's a channeled ability. Channeling means that it has an effect over the course of its duration as opposed to instant use, etc., etc. You have all of these different devices, and each one of those can also be modified in another degree or capacity to adjust it more to your liking. So for example, we have this Energize Boost here, and it instantly catapults you forward for 6 seconds. Regardless of if you're close by enemies or away from them or whatever, it's a guaranteed boosty boost. Then we can also say, you know what, I want to use this aggressively. So we upgrade it to the high pressure modifications like This is probably my absolute favorite device as of right now. High pressure, that makes it to where when we fly close to our opponents while we are boosting, we effectively ram into them. We push them away, we deal a bunch of damage. It's delightful. I love it so much. Instead of using it as a tool to get out of a situation, it's great to get right on in. Loves me so much. Especially for my flying. Here, let me show you. Let me show you. This is actually a really good way to show. Drones are gone. Ooh, shipwreck. What do we got? Awesome junk. Yeah. I mean, what can you expect from a shipwreck? It makes sense. There has been a little bit of a discussion. I can't crack into this too much, but there has been a little bit of discussion about level balancing. Just some feedback we've got from the active beta thus far. I think we're going to be going in and tweaking a little bit of how the progression system works even further for early access. So that should be exciting. That should be good for you. Come on over here, McClure. Where are you at? Beautiful. So it's a passive-aggressive mod? I wish I read that that message in context of the moment, but that's good. That was very good. Any new stuff from last stream? Soon. Why not just name it Boosty Boost then? I like that. Let's name it the Boosty Boost. So speaking of which, can you see the boosters going on here? Don't worry about it. It's little blips, but that's actually because the ship is moving. It's hard to see, but you see the stars? They're moving a little bit. Here, this maybe is a little bit easier to see. You can see we're actually moving. The ship is going forward, so our ship is trying to compensate for that. But like I said, don't worry about it. We probably maybe fixed it already. Oh, I want the corrosion injector. It's fun. And then we're just gonna sell all of these gray items. And maybe we'll swap out some more weapons again. Let's see. We'll do the thermo gun. We'll do the scatter gun. And we'll do the beam laser. So thermo gun. It heat seeks your targets. The scatter gun, which is basically a shotgun in space. And the beam laser. Oh man, red beam lasers are the best. I don't care what your favorite color is. This is it. This is it. This is the color. Thermogun's your new favorite? Thermogun's delightful. I actually really like the trail on these where it almost looks like it gets a little red and purple. But the modifiers, the colors on the ships, it's been coming along nicely. We're really happy with how that's coming together. Localization for Eric Speak, Boosty McBoosterface. Yeah, basically. Okay, I wanna make some enemies here. We did show off the enemy caster last time, so I don't feel bad for popping this up on the stream. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna generate a combat sequence so we can battle it out. We can still keep talking and answering questions. We're just gonna have some fun here. We'll make them level 8s. So we don't feel like hyper challenged, but it still feels good. So add like a really basic first wave. Somebody's like, whoa, what's he doing? Oh, goodness gravy, I hit the wrong button. Did I break everything? No, I didn't, good. Let's see. But basically we use this tool as a way to practice enemy engagements for you guys. Whenever you're encountering certain types of enemies, like obviously they're not all here, so if you're like taking a screenshot, oh, I'm getting all the details, you're not seeing anything new here, sorry. But this is a very valuable tool for us to figure out balancing, to figure out how the enemy variety is affecting playstyles. Because otherwise, we could just assign the same AI to every single unit and it not matter at all, right? But by doing this, we can now say, we really like the way that the bomber navigates around whenever you're being obstructed by a bunch of fighters. Or we could say, we really like how an elite mine layer causes a ton of problems for somebody who's also dealing with a bunch of drones. Or we could say, I don't know, we could have a madcap. Actually, wait, no. We'll do a leader madcap. Why did this go back to wave 1? I didn't want to do that. I want to add a wave. There we go. I want to go to an elite madcap. That's a leader. Hang on. That has 2 follower fighters. See this? Like I'm building out situations that you'll have to deal with, right? And then I can just say, okay, well, you know what? Let's start this. Let's see what happens. This might not be as dramatic as what others could be, but you get the idea, right? Now we have to best these challenges in combat, see the results, we catalog the information, etc., etc. This is what helps us make the magic happen in a lot of your combat situations. Because we want to make sure they feel good. Man, the thermo gun is such a delight until it runs out of energy. Beautiful. So that's round 1. We'll start round 2 in just a moment. Question, are frontal shields with imperfect cover going to come back from the original? Yes, if you're talking about the front shield generators, we haven't gone through every single item yet that's making its return from EVERSPACE 1, but what I will say is that we are absolutely wanting to honor the lore and the components that have been applied to the first game to make sure it makes sense and a complete genre change to bring back. So I do put a lot of emphasis on that because at the end of the day, when you are looking at the design process for an experience, the term, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, comes to mind. However, if the foundation changes, then the core components must also change with it. So do keep in mind if you're hunting down whenever you get to your EVERSPACE experience, like if you were looking for that one item, you're like, oh man, it did such a crazy thing, I want to do this in this unique way, it may or may not fit into the space we've designated for EVERSPACE 2 yet, okay? Just think about that. There's a lot changing from a foundational, from a fundamental level as we approach this game space. Still, we do want to honor a lot of the beloved equipment pieces that people really grew close to. Weird way to say blue beams. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's good. Please summon one single mega OP enemy and try to take it down. I can do that. We'll do that in a little bit. We've got time. Maybe we'll do it for a different ship. I've been flying in this interceptor this entire stream. We'll change ships here in a little bit. Man, this beam though. All right, so this guy, I'm gonna drain his shields out, and the thermo gun's not gonna do so hot against his armor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get up close and personal. We're gonna use this scatter gun. Oh my gosh, his armor's gone. I love the scatter gun so much. That just feels righteous. Did I just Klingon ram that poor outlaw? A little bit. What's your favorite feature added to EVERSPACE 2 that wasn't EVERSPACE 1? I mean, you know, it's funny because I get that question a lot and it changes constantly because there's so many things that I can't talk about yet that are new features that are brilliantly done that we're gonna be able to divulge with you when early access launches in January. Like, I'm gonna be able to splurge so much harder. As of right now in the game space that the beta provides, I would have to say that I really just enjoy the grapple mechanic as a whole. Like, I never realized how badly I needed to be able to grab stuff and throw it around in space. Like, it's a big deal. And it feels so good. I really like the way it comes together. So if you guys haven't had the opportunity to experience that yet, my goodness. It is absolutely a delight. Okay, we need to take out this elite mine layer pronto. And we gotta do it without using the thermogun. Oof. Oh my gosh, look at him just melt. Nailed it. Okay, so now we just have these pesky drones to deal with. Shouldn't even be a problem for our equipment. Oh, our shields are down. You can actually tell because of the outside look whenever we were taking damage became orange instead of blue. When our armor was taking damage. Can you engine kill yet? Can you be more specific? With a scout class ship? Oh man. So a feature, it's not actually mentioned on this, but the energized boost, it says instantly catapults the ship forward for 4 seconds. There's also a modifier when you use this tied with high pressure that reduces collision damage for the duration you're using it. So if you use this effectively to ram, you're not gonna take much damage for that. You're not. It's super effective. Oh my goodness. And I like how you said that'd be giving Eric an advantage for the scout. I tell you what, scout's not done yet. We're still playing around with it. But what I will say is that the scout is still my baby. I love it. Inertial dampeners, yes! Yes. Not available yet in the beta. I got really excited about that because we've been experimenting with it. But yes, something to note, and I've been saying this from the very beginning, but I'm gonna put a lot of emphasis here. Remember that this is not a space sim. So if you're trying to do some super crazy wonky maneuvers through a space like this with lots of things you can run into, I'm just gonna say right now, prepare to die. Like, get ready to absolutely crush yourself if you don't use the dampeners, okay? Like, 100%. If you choose to use them, you have to be cautious and aware of the space that you are in. A big reason why the inertial dampeners are such a big change in the space of EVERSPACE 2. Just consider this. The way the ship moves is more like a helicopter of flight, right? Like it stops. I go backwards, it stops. I can hover up, down, left, right, rotate. Like all of this maneuverings is like I'm kind of flying a helicopter, but in space. Okay? Now add to that a simulation feature of drifting. We're starting to get in some really freaky movement options, right? And when you add into that a not so realistic portrayal of space because we actually wanted you to have stuff to do instead of a deep void of nothingness, now you got a big chance of crushing yourself against the side of an asteroid, or a spaceship, or a station, or a cosmic anomaly, or other things that I can't mention. It gets real crazy out there. So be mindful when you have access to the inertial dampeners. Defeated all waves, woo! Yes! Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Hey, I want to do a thing. So, first off, I kind of need to break. Oh, I don't know if you heard that crack-a-lackin', but my neck feels better. I want to answer a couple questions, then I'm going to transition to a different build of EVERSPACE 2. What was that you said? A different build? Yes. A build that you don't have access to. That is actually what I would like to do. So yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there in just a moment. In fact, I think we're gonna start transitioning that right now. So for all of you guys who are still wondering what's going on with the giveaway, I have transitioned to this scene where you can see all the different ways you can follow us. The most important one right now is going to be when you go to the Discord, and then you go to a specific channel where you can click on a button, okay? So we have about 6-ish minutes until that giveaway is going to start. So keep that in mind. About 6-ish minutes. Now the stream's probably gonna lag a little bit. I'm preparing some hidden secrets. Secret, I got a secret. We're gonna have some fun. I just have to make sure I use the right thing. Because it would not be fun to lose my job. So take your time, head over to the Discord, settle in nice and cozy. I'll make sure that what I'm presenting in just a moment is gonna check out completely. Everybody's happy. I'm almost done. Just need to make sure some last minute checks and balances were in order. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So again, the early access giveaway is going on in approximately 4 minutes. 4 minutes, I tell you. And we will be having some fun with that. In the meantime, I would like to introduce you to my thick boyfriend. I take back everything I said immediately. Woo! I saw messages in chat and my tongue got twisted. I can't take that back. Guys, I'm done. See you later. I hope that you enjoy looking at this gunship. I'm done. I'm out. No, it's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. How do you guys even put up with me? This is absurd. All right, let's talk about the gunship here. Oh, goodness gravy. Oh, I'm so excited. So this is not done. Okay, we gotta cover the basics right now, okay? Please understand what I am showing you right here and now. It is not done. The gunship is not finalized. There's still a lot of kinks. I was given express permission from the highest authority, thank you, Michael, that I could show you a little bit of combat with the gunship today. Hey, isn't that exciting? Yeah. So that's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. Question, is this done? I am so glad you asked. Moderators, can you, All right. So let's see what this bad boy, this beefy bad boy that's not a boyfriend. Oh. Oh. Now, before anyone asks, no, I cannot show you the cockpit. I know. No cockpit display. But just look at this guy. Also, something else to point out. Yeah. 4 hard points. Neat. Now you'll see I don't have any devices. Like I said, the gunship is not done. We still have some situations that we've got to fix and make it work. So don't get too crazy in here. But when I say don't get too crazy, I mean you need to absolutely start getting crazy because we are doing another giveaway that's happening in like 30 seconds. 30 seconds? What? Did you get into the Discord? Because you need to. Discord.gg/rockfishgames. There's gonna be a channel, giveaway channel. You go into that channel when it's live and like, again, it's like less than 30 seconds now. You click on a button, okay? That's all you do. And it makes things magical. It makes things so incredibly delicious, okay? Do it! So now we need to find some enemies. So let's go ahead and fly around and find something to destroy. Woo! Woo! Is that a partially new animation I see? Oh my gosh, Oh my goodness, gravy. Am I showing too much? Oh gosh, I don't know. As you can see, progress is continuing to make. Oh my gosh, giveaway, giveaway, start. Giveaway started. You have 5 minutes. That link is open that I was talking about. You go in there, you click on a button to get your hands on the beta version of EVERSPACE 2. What I am showing you right now is a little bit more, just a little bit, nothing too crazy, just a little bit more what we have in store. There's gonna be some subtleties and nuances that somebody's gonna see. I just know it. And I'm glad that you're looking around and you're finding it. If only we weren't getting frame drops. I tell you what, this is buttery smooth. And even well seasoned. This is in fact a different build. We do not have full access to the gunship at this time. It's still heavily in the works. It's got some issues. But I do want to show you, actually, hang on a second. Let's go right here. We're gonna do this undiscovered site because we can complete this side mission, this territory. And I also just want you to know that, like, this bad boy, he really likes to drift. It's quite effective in that regard. So we have this location challenge. I actually thought this was a combat challenge. I don't want to do something that takes navigation because this guy floats around. We need to do something else. I want to go... We'd actually do this mission again. Let's see. Let's actually go here. This is a combat location. So we'll go over yonder. Some of you are pointing out that you're seeing even more little details. Because yes, believe it or not, more design work has occurred since last time. I can't show you the cockpit inside, but I can get close. Oh, that's too close. Hello, if you're watching, I love you. All right. Let's go to this undiscovered site. Oh, gunship, yes. It is in fact a gunship. All right, so now we have to find cloaked containers. Goodness gravy, again, it's the rock. Guys, I want to show you combat in the gunship. It's important. You'd think I would have prepared this out. I thought I did. Apparently I did not. One more location. We're just bouncing around. What is the timer for? That is the timer for the giveaway. You can go into the Discord right now. You have 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining to go into a little channel. You go to discord.gg/rockfishgames. That's the Discord. Then you go into a giveaway channel. And from that point, you can click on a little emoji and magical things happen. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Yeah, that feels good. Also, I don't know if you can notice, but my armor is absurd. That's probably because of the type of ship that I'm using. Remember that Weber drone that gave us trouble the last time we were in this area? Joke's on him. Oh my goodness. See this outlaw destroyer? Let's eat it. Let's just absolutely eat it. Check this out. We're firing a scattergun from 4 points. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get destroyed! Oh no! Don't destroy my gunship! No! Appropriate timing is appropriate. Oh my gosh! I got in all over my head. I got cocky. You don't do that in a gunship. That's what gets you killed. But who won the giveaway? That's important to know. Who's gotten the giveaway? I'm trying to be all cheeky and stuff. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that timing was dang near perfection. Gunboy got a shield, a really tiny one. He's improved slightly. We have a giveaway for Slam Bavam. Slam Bavam! As I'm showing an inventory screen that you should feast your eyes on and maybe notice some changes. Congratulations, truly, for getting a beta. That is all of the giveaway options that we are doing today. So if you did not win, you'll just have to come back another time. Oh my goodness, but we are very, very pleased with you guys turning out, having fun, providing feedback, asking questions. I mean, if you can't tell, like, we love showing you guys things. We love talking about everything. So thank you for just being here, being a part of this. It's really it's a beautiful time. Oh my gosh, I just love the flat cannon firing out of 4 locations. All right. So I guess we have to re-challenge that destroyer. I'm not gonna let that thing best me at the end of a stream. But then I also do want to show a little bit of the concept art that we revealed through the Kickstarter, just so you guys kind of know what's been going on. I really do wish I had devices to use. Woo, that spends so much energy. You can actually see that we've rebalanced the energy management a little bit too. Oh, excellent. We are not going to use that. But we have things. All right, let's see how effective we can be this time around. Gunship be gunshipping. Hey, yo, dog, I heard you like explosives. All right, now we gotta deal with these pesky drones. We've taken a lot of damage. Wasn't the cleanest kill. We're certainly packing a punch in this bad boy. Oh my goodness, look at all these effects that are happening from all the new stuff in this build that you haven't seen yet. How did that guy survive that blast? That's what I want to know. Oh, and a Viper? Oh, we need to avoid that corrosion damage. Oh my goodness, I say that, what happens? We get hit by corrosion damage. Thankfully, we got some armor back up. All right. And now we just repair ourselves back up to full. Nice glossy coat as it was before. Guys, that's all the more I can show you the gunship at this time, unfortunately, but let me tell you what. I hope that you are excited as I am to get your hands on a fully functioning gunship. Oh my gosh. It's my pleasure to be able to show you this first live action of flying this puppy around. And there's only more to come from here. If you thought this was nice, just wait. There's so much more. I didn't even show you the wing or the cockpit or the body or the engine variants. Oh my goodness. It's like you've barely seen a taste of it, in fact. Whoo! Oh my gosh. All right, so we are gonna bounce to another portion of the stream. I wanna make sure that you guys have all seen the really great concept art that's been coming along for all the environments, really. But you're gonna see a black screen really quick. I should actually transition. You can follow us for all live information of when it goes. In a lot of these sites, obviously our Discord, we like to do these streams every Friday where I do reveals, sometimes giveaways. It's a really good time. Also, it's not in the rotation here, but you get the links to the Kickstarter through a lot of our locations that you see here as well. Again, Discord, we always relink whenever anything within that space is being shown as well, like the Kickstarter. So that way you don't miss out on any new reveals and whatnot. And if somehow you do, I will always cover it in these sections like this. So as I mentioned, we did cover some new concept art that we are bringing to the picture, just like this. We are seeing regions within a location known as Prescott Starbase, okay? So it's this massive space city, imagine if you will, floating out in space, a massive city that you can venture towards different regions of. And this is the Docks District, which is not controlled by the most politest of people, but they are in control. And a city, you know, you can imagine what type of individuals you'd run into in a space of the demilitarized zone where outlaws prosper, where morals are fluid, and where the only companies that have power are the greedy corporate ones. Like, that's what you see throughout the demilitarized zone. So you'll be met in kind with that style of Starbase once we move into early access. Early access, you'll have access to these locations? Is that what I just said?
Yeah.
Neat. So we'll go ahead and look at some of the other things. Oh, we already showed this one. I'll show that one. We actually teased this one. This is a location that we're happy you'll be able to venture towards as well in early access. You won't see any ancients. I will point that out. Ancients are not in the game. They don't exist. They never have. I don't know what you're talking about, but there's these ruins that have been left over from maybe the war. They seem familiar yet incredibly different. And this is actually on a moon within Union, again, that you will be able to venture towards. So there's a lot of detail in here. Like you might even be able to see, like, back over here, there's something over there, something over there. Can you see it? Obviously you can see the ancients. I don't know why they're there, because they don't exist. But I mean, there's a lot going on in these new spaces. Also, some of you might be saying, like, oh my gosh, the gunship looks so small. I know, right? That's crazy. That's just wild to me. All right, so we also have these locations. This is also in Prescott Starbase. Another place, again, we have that fluid morality that's going on. So you're gonna see a lot of places that people kind of just do what they want. You have a lot of bars, you have a lot of very questionable scenes going on, or maybe not so questionable, depending on your own personal viewpoint. And you're gonna find a lot of ripe opportunities here. Those are funny looking asteroids. Yeah, I guess they are, aren't they? Ramen scenes, oh my gosh. You guys are really like locked on to the ramen idea. I'm glad, because we like ramen at Rockfish as well. Speaking of ramen, boom! That is a ramen bowl! Nice. So you can see this is more of like an upper level region, if you will, where you're flying through the more, I'm gonna call it noble space of the city. But I mean, what does that mean in a place devoid of morals, you know? But we're really happy with how this is coming along. Really happy with its piecing it. And again, like this concept art, like, yeah, concept art is intentionally over dramatized and all of its bright fluid colors, but like this is what we are building off of, guys. Like this is how we make this work. You have a concept art come into play, you build something like this, and then we transform this into the actual freaking game. This is what's coming. This is actually what's coming to EVERSPACE 2. If this doesn't get you excited, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to respond to you right now. But we are having a good time. And that's all we got. We got this one, we got that one, we got this other one. You've seen that, we got this one. Already showed you this one as well. But yeah, I mean, we got Concept art's been flowing. It's been great. We are so happy that you guys are along for the ride. I just want to say thank you again for all the questions that you've been asking. And I know that you've asked a lot of questions about the Gunship and I didn't answer them. That was very intentional. Like I said, the Gunship is heavily a work in progress. I'm happy you were able to make the stream to see the first play of the Gunship in a live action component. It's coming along greatly, as you can see. And we're really looking forward to you getting your hands on this very soon, in another month. So if you want to make sure that you stay in the know about all things Rockfish Games and EVERSPACE 2, you absolutely need to sign up, go into the Discord, you need to follow us on Twitter, on YouTube, your preferred platform where you would enjoy the stream, totally fine by us. We're also on Twitter, we say things sometimes. Sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're not so nice. It depends on how you respond. We also have an Instagram where we really like to highlight the work that you do, your gallery shots, holy crap. They're so overwhelming that it's been difficult for me to catalog the best ones and show you in the streams. That's not a joke. I'm being serious. You guys have so many incredible shots. It's absurd, and you can see all of your shots. We repost them, most of them, the best ones, over in Instagram. Then we also have Reddit thread, which is alive and thriving. It's doing so many works. And then we're back at Discord again, which is really the real deal. Guys, I have just been so incredibly thankful to have you along for the ride. I truly, I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. You guys have been so good to me. You've been so good to the team. You've been very respectful. You've had really positive comments. You've had really great exchanges, even on the forums. Sometimes things get a little bit frisky. That's okay. We want you to have that space to really just splurge and ask your questions and point out flaws and get hyped, because we're in this together, right? And we're gonna make this the best experience it can possibly be. So one more month, guys. One more month and we're freaking at early access. I am freaking pumped. Oh, goodness. All right, guys. You have been awesome. I've been Eric Schrader, your community ambassador for all things Rockfish and EVERSPACE 2. Don't stop being awesome, and I'll catch you in the next stream. All right, toodles. Oh my gosh, guys. Secret bonus ending. Secret bonus ending, guys. I forgot to mention, thank you, Michael, for bringing this up. A word from a Destiny 2 acolyte, why I love. This is a written piece. Just Michael splurging because he's a big Destiny fanboy. Rockfish CEO Michael Shade shares how Bungie's looter shooter sequel turned him into a fanboy for the franchise. There's a lot of really good stuff to read here. I highly encourage you to check this out. You can get here by going to gamesindustry.biz/articles/2020. I'll link it in the Discord, but it's a delight, okay? I highly encourage you to read this. I'll link it in the Discord, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Nah, seriously, I'm going. Toodles!